All right, we are back from the break. There may be some chomping and chewing. Apparently, some of the players have food, and they're going to get asked questions. So, let's see. Who is eating and who wants
Hmm.
to answer questions? No, just kidding.
More, more,
Uh,
more.
all right, Solas, you are investigating that niche up there.
Yeah.
Okay. You do not find anything of particular note in there, and it does not look like it held anything. It kind of tapers to a small point further back. Um, Looks like that was probably a small vein of ore or gems or something like that they dug out.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay.
But still worth a check.
Yeah, we've got to check them.
Yep.
Oh, there's that thing. What's up here? Yeah, I checked this area. I guess.
All right. So that kind of has a two-branched thing to it, and as you enter that Lafdul, you think you hear some grumbling in
Grumbling?
there. Grumbling, something like that. It's hard to say when you're just coming in. You kind of like just go still and start listening.
I motioned to Roger and Braxon to be completely quiet.
Freezes.
You motion to Braxon
And to Roger,
outside of
just-
your
just-
vision.
Yeah, I assume Braxton's keeping up with me.
Braxon, are you? Is that your idea? Is to keep up with him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's eating IRL as well.
yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I like to tease too. So, all right. So you go stock still. Motion to Varadra and Braxon, and they go still as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do then?
I motioned to them to listen to the ear. I point to my ear. And I point in the direction of where I'm hearing it from.
All right. What does your hear noise check?
45, I think. Well, I already heard it. I just couldn't tell.
Well, you heard something, but now you're trying. Now you're focusing on hearing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you definitely think you hear a voice, but it's muffled. It's somewhere in this little area. You're not seeing much with your infravision.
Braxton's got light source, so I motion for him to come over quietly if you can.
I don't think Braxton does have a light sword. I mean, he does, but he's not using it.
No, he's not using it at the moment. So you
Well, I
can
can
get
get
it out.
I can get yours out, or I can get my continual. I think a continual light stone. Yeah, I got a continual light dagger rather.
Do you want to take that out and look?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got one continual light dagger, two continual light darkness daggers.
Okay. You pull that out, momentarily blinding everyone. But
Is there a cessation of noise as soon as I do that?
yes, there is.
Then they've noticed.
Could Braxton hear this voice that Lafdul could hear?
No.
Okay.
Back in this, back in the kind of wedged in back there, Lafdul, you see what appears to be a head and partial upper torso wedged back there.
Head. What, as in it's halfway sunk? Does
No, it's not sunk in. In fact, like you can see that this looks like it's been torn off of something. That the bottom of the torso is ripped flesh, but it's both kind of moist, but also
it's
looks
fresh.
rotted.
Ooh.
And the skin stretched over this over the over the skull and torso are stretched tight and pale, although it's a pale gray color. It's wedged face first in there.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I've literally got no idea what you're trying to describe or get an idea
Alright, so
of what
there's
to...
a head and upper torso, like from the shoulders but no arms, wedged in there, and from below the upper torso, you can see shredded flesh that's both moist and rotted, looks like. The skin is stretched tight over the bones, what remain, and it's wedged face first in there.
So it's just half a mangled corpse or a...
Less than half. Less than half, but yeah.
Does the corpse look deliberately altered then when you say stretched, or is it just starvation?
It's hard to say from your position and...
Can Vradra and Braxon also... I obviously point out if they wonder what I'm doing.
I mean, it's a very tight fit, so you'd have to move if you wanted one of them to look at it.
Alright, yeah. I take a guarded stance.
Who do you want to take a look at it, Vradra or Braxon?
I suppose Braxon, since he's a second officer first. And Vradra. It doesn't make sense for the GM to...
Braxton's the expendable one, so Braxton will take a step up.
Okay, it's up in this niche, Braxon.
Get here.
Okay, so you see the same thing that I described to Lafdul. It's like a head and an upper torso wedged in back there.
And says, "Hello, are you alive?"
Hey, what? Is that an undead? Pull it out,
Understand me?
but be careful with it. I think that just might be a crushed zombie.
Braxton says in a couple of other languages, Dwarven.
Oh wait, Roger, does Joyun know if that's undead?
Undead? What? She pulls out the hammer.
Wait. Don't attack it just yet. Is it undead?
I don't know. I can't see it.
That's what me and Braxton are trying to investigate. It seems to be trying to talk to us here.
But if it's undead, then it should be destroyed.
No. Not every undead's evil. Have you not heard of Baal... Oh, what do you call them? The good natures, the Baelnorns?
Baelnorn, yeah.
Does she know of this term?
No, I've not heard of those. Joyun speaks up. If it's undead, it should be destroyed. It's an affront to nature.
These are willingly granted lawkeepers of elven communities so that they do not die. They keep knowledge forever.
Braxton says to Joyan, "We're not sure if it's undead or not. Are you able to detect undead?
Yeah, but she'll...
Because it might just be a very ill person."
I cannot tell.
Right, well, hold your horses. You get first clobbering rights if you want.
There's a gleam in her eye, and she's holding the hammer ready.
Wait. You can...
I mean, you're grumbling at her. I don't hear you doing anything or specifically saying anything to her.
I don't want her to... I wanted her to look. I didn't want her to smash.
So
are you like with her
physically backing her off?
No, I'm just...
Is there a way to move this thing without...
Yeah, you're able to move it out. Pull it out.
You could reach in and pull it out if you want.
Bitten. So it's like half a torso.
Yeah, and a head.
And is there any clothes on it?
No.
Braxton's going to cautiously try and lift it up by the torso and move it out.
Alright. Lafdul, you notice Vradra gripping the hammer tightly.
Please don't. I'm just asking you nicely, Roger. Don't smash it straight away. At least let us look it over. If it's not a threat.
But if it's undead, isn't it a threat?
Not always, though. I'm just asking you just to wait. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying wait. I'm just telling Roger.
it's undead, we can learn how better to destroy
Yeah,
undead.
if it gives us an advantage, there is knowledge. There is an advantage for us to investigate before we destroy it. I mean, yeah, I don't like these undeads. I want them destroyed as well. But if we can learn something from it, then we can use it to our advantage.
She's
So
kind of
do
giving
I
you
need
a
to-
side eye suspiciously.
I'm
Do I need
trying
to roll-
to appeal to our better judge, say.
Do I
So
need to roll anything for moving the...
no,
the,
it's wedged in there pretty tight. You want to just kind of like yank it out?
I want
as
to
much as you
try
can?
not to damage it in case it's not undead. But also be ready to drop it if it tries
I mean,
to
it's
attack.
half.
I mean, if it's not undead, it doesn't have a heart, so like it's probably dead anyway.
Let's just pull it out. There might be something underneath it, Braxon says. So watch it in case there's something underneath it making a noise and disturbing it.
Like, push it down with the flat of your hammer, like wedge it against the floor. Don't just bash its head in straight up.
I'm not sure who you're talking to, Lafdul.
I mentioned that to Roger. You know, just subdue it, not destroy it.
It doesn't
For
even
now.
have legs. I don't think that we need to worry too much about it.
Well, I don't know. And there was this one time when we just made up a story.
So Braxon wants to move it from there out to about here.
Okay, so you grasp the shoulders and the back of the head, and it definitely feels dry under your hands. And you pull it back, trying to get it out, and it takes some effort, but it does come loose. And as it does, you hear a sound from it, and almost as if it's spitting up something. And then a voice says, it's a form of common. It takes some, like, it's using some archaic terms and stuff like that, but you do recognize it as common. And the voice is like kind of a dry, rattly sound to it, and it says, "About time."
Oh.
Do you want to turn it around and look at it? Because you're
Yeah.
only looking at the
That's
back.
good.
Wait, I am being guarded. I'm not. I'm trying to be subtle about this, but if I see Roger going to swing, I'm just gonna I'm going to charge her and tackle her.
You're literally
gonna
right
turn
next
it
to
around.
her. You can
Yeah.
like place
Yeah.
your arm on her torso and like or push her back a little bit if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to be overbearing. I'm trying to.
So it's
be,
going to turn it around. He's trying to see if it's a statue or anything.
You see a balding, bearded head on this torso as you turn it around, and its eyes are completely dark, but the irises glow with a deep red color as it looks at you, and it says again, "I've been stuck back there for a long time. Thank you for releasing me."
Who are you? My name's Braxon. I'm with the Company of the Broken Sword.
Varadra is hissing. She's definitely grasping her hammer tightly. Lafdul, you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm just saying, just hear it out.
She seems to be holding tight to her desires to hit it with the hammer. And it's
going to position himself so that if she wants to clobber it, she's going to have to hit him. So she'll have to walk around him first.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
But
also
without
doing
making
that
it
as well.
obvious. Without making it obvious.
It starts to speak, and then it coughs some more and sprays some like bits of stone and dust about, and it kind of turns its head a little bit to look over all three of you, and says, Ah, this is a mighty interesting group you've got here. Name's Drengorn Gloomhammer.
Go on, Bloon.
Are
Duergar
you...
warrior. He says this pointedly at Viradra.
Oh, I see. Are you... How are you alive? Are you not alive?
I'm not alive. I haven't been alive in I don't know how long.
Oh, you have a lot of knowledge of this place, no doubt.
I do, I suppose. It comes and goes.
Would you say the person down below is a interloper? Someone who stole something from you or something? Weird.
Well, I remember enough of what happened when the lizardmen came.
Oh, excellent.
They
all
had
right,
with them. I was stationed down here guarding the ore veins and the weapon platforms, and there were undead that came with them.
Yeah, we've been securing the citadel. We're on an errand for our count, I suppose. Yeah. Well, Lafdul can't really think of anything he can say that he wants to say right now that he's allowed to say, so to speak.
Braxon, if
So
you
the
want to
people that
speak up, go ahead.
Braxton says, so the people that took the lower levels attacked you.
Yes, many undead. I heard a great smashing sound from one of the other areas. I don't know what happened there, but I fought many undead. They had an abomination with them. I faced him, but was defeated. Somehow I didn't quite die. I don't know. I think it's a curse or something. He's still around somewhere. He taunts me on occasion. Yeah, kind of like he's just at shoulders and a head on a neck kind of thing, and he kind of like looks down and he says, "It grows back with time. He periodically comes by and tears me apart again."
Oh, so you reform.
I do. Takes a while,
Oh.
though.
Are you... Oh. Lafdul's not saying anything.
Interesting. Maybe we can free you of this curse.
I would dearly love that.
Yeah, well, Roger might have a thing or two to say about freeing from curse.
And speaking of, Roger says,
No,
I think I might know a way. He kind of
There's-
looks at her and gives a chuckle that then ends in a cough.
Well, Braxton says he might know a way to help us destroy the undead that attacked his people.
Yeah, he seems to have knowledge of this. Could be invaluable. I mean, should we just bring our acquaintance to the rest of the party?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I help Braxon carry and obviously make sure there's distance between Roger and our new corpse friend.
He's not particularly heavy, being just a head and shoulders essentially. Do you wanna meet up with
The rest of the party with
Okay.
Fred. I forgot his name.
No, his name's not Fred. It's
Drengorn
Dragon.
Gloomhammer?
Dren. Can I just call him Dren?
You can call him what you want. Whether he'll
So it was
respond to that
Dragon.
is another question. I'll just bring you guys all up here.
Old, wasn't it? Dragon.
Drengorn. Drengorn. Gloomhammer.
Yeah, so Dren.
Dragon.
I say, we've found something interesting, someone interesting rather. Obviously, I try to subtly motion to the party to Roger to say, keep that away, trying to be subtle. I mean, and the rest of the party should be able to clue in.
What's that you got there? Is that some kind of undead?
Braxton's going to be carrying him under his arm.
Yeah, we've found some kind of victim.
Yeah, this is Dragon. He was here with the second group of occupants, and he's got some sort of curse on him that we're going to help him with.
Scan him with detect evil intent.
You are not currently detecting any evil intent.
He's got no intent for the person who just freed him.
So we found him stuck in a bit of rock, and apparently he slowly regenerates, and he can't move on to the afterlife. And there's some sort of evil undead creature.
That might be the necromancer.
Yeah.
Down below, that might be just reviving him.
Yeah. So the necromancer's stopping him from moving on to where he needs to go to. But he can help us with vital information about how to kill the necromancer and any more undead.
And that might just free him from his cursed state if he still wishes.
He can die once he finishes helping us, and he can move on to wherever he needs to.
Braxon says to Drengorn, how fast do you regenerate, sir?
Probably not fast enough to be useful to you.
Is there any kind of... No one's got any undead lore to know if this is like some form of lich.
Solas looks the creature with a somewhat disgusted look.
Oh, try to put on your best poker face, Solas.
He seems to take notice, and he lets out a kind of a dry, rattly cackle as you look over him.
Seems a bit uncomfortable about this thing.
So we mentioned that we killed the Lizard King. We're basically clearing this citadel. Or at least I mentioned that part. I don't say that there's lizard folk above.
I think the Lizard King probably came after.
Yeah, I'm saying that I
down below.
killed. I'm saying we killed the Lizard King and the abomination, like lizard folk. We believe there's one more down below.
I think we've got 2 floors below us.
3.
3.
Ask him about the thing.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
What thing?
The Siri crystal.
What can you tell us about the creatures down below?
Not much. I've had my face buried in stone for years.
Oh,
What about the creature that comes and taunts you?
I haven't seen him in many years. He's an abomination. Like her. He kind of gives a jerk with his head towards Viradra.
So he's a dwarf.
Do you ask if I mind if I ask him about the crystal thing? Because he was one of the original inhabitants. He would probably know a bit about it.
Not the original inhabitants, the second round inhabitants.
yeah, but we might come
About
across as like looters and thieves in his eyes. So if you want information, try to be surreptitious about it. Don't just... The other
Hey,
dwarf was...
You might come across as looters and thieves to the people who conquered the people and took this place from them.
This is me.
Why he thinks that Viradra is an abomination?
I didn't say
Excuse
she's
me.
an abomination. I said that it's an abomination, but
What was
looks
the
like
Droger's
her.
name?
Ah.
What was the Droger's
Hammer,
name
you mean?
again?
I put it in. I put the name in chat.
Yeah, I've seen it now.
You mean the hammer?
Oh, the hammer. The hammer
Yeah.
is Joyun.
No, I mean the Levi is asking. You actually mean the hammer, don't you?
All right, I'm confused. You're asking
Oh,
whom
are
about
you
the
being
hammer?
subtle?
No, Levi is not subtle. She's asking. She's asking the body whether since he said that it is an abomination. Just clarify. You mean the hammer?
What hammer?
She's got a talking hammer that destroys undead. Its name is Joyun.
Well, that's a
We
fancy
found-
toy. Keep it away from me until I've had my revenge, though. I'm hoping that will release me.
Draghorn, I have a question. I've heard tale of a interesting thing in this citadel. Some kind of crystal? Do you happen to know anything about it?
I know that there was some great treasure found in the citadel when we took it from the dwarves like her. He kind of nods towards Varadra again. But I
Was
don't know
it-
anything about it.
Was it?
Where it might have been kept in the citadel? Did you take it from the citadel, or is it still here?
I don't know anything about it specifically.
Okay.
What sort of job did you have back,
He was a warrior.
warrior? Ah, like me.
Mm-hmm. This way you find out you can learn one-handed specialization from him.
If
Just
only
gotta keep
he
him
had.
alive.
If only he had a hand.
He can teach Braxon no-handed specialization, where you fight without the use of either hand.
I'll bite your leg off.
What are you using your mouth to hold the sword?
Hey, don't underestimate someone who's desperate, you know.
I mean, if he could fly, he could almost be as useful as Morte.
Do you know what your affliction is exactly? I mean, obviously you're undead, but do you know what type of undead at all?
I don't know anything about it.
Well, I think the best course of action would probably to go down to the floor below and see what we're dealing with.
Well, we've still yet to explore fully of this floor.
Well, you don't seem to have lost your mind. That's a good thing.
Most of the other undead, is it Durger?
Durger, yeah.
That we fought have all become like enragingly mad at us, and they look like general undead. Like, you know, once they were killed, they were released from their state. But I wasn't sure if that was a curse or if that was a necromancer priest just raising them up as undead.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh well.
I've had
you
my
know
face
anything
buried
about
in
anything?
stone since they came.
Oh, do you know of? Actually, no, I'm not going to mention that because I put our friend at jeopardy if I mention her, didn't you?
Can you describe the creature that killed you?
Or keeps taunting you. When you say abomination, you say it looks like dwarf.
Was a dwarf.
Was.
No longer. Now he's an abomination, an affront to all. Should be destroyed.
Describe what he looks like now?
Is he undead?
Aye, he is.
Oh,
It's not one that you would want to mess with unless you're quite skilled either.
is he a lich?
As I know.
Wait, can dwarves even become liches? I thought you had to be a wizard.
No, he can be a priest.
I don't know what he is.
I hope it's not a lich. I really do.
If it's a lich, we're doomed.
Yeah, it is like several levels above our pay grade.
Aww. So much fun though.
It's more levels above our pay grade than that other abomination you fought was the giant tentacle beast at the below brawl.
Oh, that deep spawn.
Yeah, you took care of that.
I guess
Yeah,
we also took
Took
out
care of
that.
half our party as well.
I guess we also took care of that marauder thing that the elves had us hunt to save that tree.
Well, we've got the powers of Joyo on our side. We can't possibly fail. Lafdul says sarcastically. I don't know how I'm just going to feel about that.
Varadra responds, hefting the hammer. Oh, if it's undead, I think we can take care of it, no problem. Just like we could release him from his curse. She says, nodding at the head.
Well, we can release him by killing whatever made it. That seems like the best way to do it. I think if we tried to just destroy him, he'd just reform.
Oh, I asked him about this skull that I found in this shrine to Deep
Dwera.
Do you know what the skull is at all?
Are you holding it or are you describing it?
I'm showing it to him while holding it. I found it in a shrine. I don't know if it was valuable.
He lets out a dry, rattling laugh and says, "It's an illithid skull. Of course you wouldn't know that, being an elf, I imagine."
Oh, lovely.
Oh!
Does it have psionic power?
It's just a skull.
So, okay, so something killed an illithid here.
Yeah, but that's just a...
Not necessarily in here, since it might have been brought with the Dwergar when they invaded this
they're
place.
racial enemies anyway, so...
Turns out that the dwarf we're finding didn't turn into an undead, but it turned into an illithid.
Hey, I think this is a nifty little collection thing. Lafdul's that vaguely interested in psionic enemies.
And now you're going to be telling everyone, "Oh yeah, the skull here, yeah, I killed it. Oh yeah."
No, he's not that stupid.
Oh, that seems like a lateral thing to do.
No, that's an Ockar thing. Ockar tells everyone he's slaying everything.
Yeah, but he doesn't
only
lie
things he's
about it.
actually fought.
I fought an abyssal demon, or some kind of thing. I can't remember what it was.
I mean, paladins rarely lie.
I fought a dragon, and I fought some kind of demon. I wasn't exactly sure what kind of demon it was.
Braxon's taking a look over Dringorn to see if he'll fit in a rucksack.
Wow. From one stuff placement to another.
So,
He probably
No,
would.
I was thinking of leaving his head sticking out.
He probably would, yeah.
So, do we want to just skip over taking over this entire floor? Because
No, we found this. I just found this. Clearly, there might be
Why
other
would we
things here.
skip this floor?
Yeah, we found something.
no,
valuable.
I mean just speed through the search because it's gonna take us forever.
All right, yeah, then we can just go back to searching, I suppose.
Yeah, let's keep going then.
I mean, if you guys have any more questions for him or anything else you want to say
People
to
can
him.
think of it.
Did you spend much time on the floors below this before the attack?
Not mining. I was a warrior. I commanded those who were on the weapon platforms.
Did you visit any of the weapon platforms on the lower floors?
I did.
So you might be able to tell us some of the layout?
I suppose so. I mean, it's fairly straightforward. The platforms have generally a straight shot from the staircase, so that warriors could get to and from them quickly. I don't know the mines around them.
You think you'd be able to help us with some of the map? If we were to draw a map, you could tell us what to draw.
I think it'd just be better off as a guide. He tells something's down there, something's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he can't draw, and you can't really describe to someone to draw a map kind of thing. I mean, in particular detail.
Yeah.
And like he said, it's pretty much a straight shot. That's what he said. So
I say we finish exploring this floor because it's gonna take forever. If we just stand around just talking like this, we're never gonna get it done.
I think we should change the party a bit. Keep that corpse on the other party. Higgimus, you're awfully strong. Could you... I mean, it doesn't weigh a lot, but it's the least inconvenience to you. Could you hurry it?
yeah, Higgimus.
I also mentioned him very, very, very quietly. As I say, I also don't want Joyen to be near him.
Higgimus entirely, completely understands your concerns and is happy to take the head.
the torso as well, preferably.
And the torso.
Keep it in one piece. I mean,
if it regenerates, you could just hack it off.
Bit rude.
So he tries to make the head and torso as comfortable as possible in his backpack, with the head sticking out over his shoulder.
Anyway, if we chop the head off, then he can't talk anymore because he needs the throat.
It's like Empire Strikes
Back.
Magic.
It's magic. Most undead should theoretically have a vocal cords that have rotted too much or ossified or something like that, so they shouldn't be able to talk, but it's magic.
Yeah. Alright, so we go back to explore.
Okay. Alright, where did you want to get back to?
Where we found him for our group, anyway.
Okay, let me just drag you back, and then I'll have Solas checking that one. Give me a second. There you go. Alright, so that's where you were.
Da-da-da.
Alright, Solas. You are looking down that one. That's a fairly deep one, as you can see.
Yes.
And you do not see anything of significance. There's quite a bit of rough stone at the end, falling off the walls. Clearly there was some mining. There's also some little bits of like bones, broken flanges, that kind of thing, lying on the floor.
I will try my rod of mineral detection.
Okay.
Just to see how it works. Can it identify these?
Higgimus has used one before, isn't it? He can tell you.
Yeah, he's used it before if you want to know what it does before you use it.
Well, of course I will listen what it does, but I want to still try it myself.
Okay.
Didn't he have to, strip down those things, didn't he?
What?
Never mind. Alright, carry on.
So, Higgimus describes to you how it works, and it will kind of pulse in your hand and point to the largest mass of metal within its area of effect. He's not entirely sure what the distance is. And you can also concentrate to find a specific metal or mineral.
Oh. Would the person need to know what? Would need to know mineral knowledge in general?
Not specific. I mean, if you want to find iron, you can just concentrate on iron, and it will...
Yeah, because that's a commonly known thing, but if you were myth or something.
if you know of it, then you can do it.
Oh. Alright.
I mean, I would think it would work a bit similar to the spell of detect minerals.
I don't remember exactly what the spell does, but it has a specific operation style, so...
Yeah.
So you're going to use it?
Yeah.
Alright. Higgimus tells you that a charge allows it to work for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that I have written down.
Okay. So are you going to... initially, it's just pointing to your companions.
Well, I basically go through multiple different minerals and try to figure what was mined out of here. Like focusing on iron, focusing on silver and such.
That indicates that every time that you do that, it's still focusing on your companions, indicating that primarily when you do iron, when you do copper, you do get the sense that there's some in the walls, but it pulses in such a way that your companions have more of those metals.
Mm-hmm. I will also think about mithril.
It's not indicating any nearby. I don't think any of your current companions have any on them right now.
Yes, Lafdul's wearing mithril.
Yeah.
And also go through few valuable metals and gems.
Well, actually, no. Higgimus might have the ingots.
Not on him. He wouldn't have them on him.
I think those are on the ship.
Yeah.
Those are on the ship.
It doesn't indicate any of that is within range other than what's on your companions.
Okay.
What about adamantine?
That's alloy.
And there is an ore.
It can probably detect the ore representation in an alloy.
Well, it can be made two ways. So there is natural adamant.
Oh.
And then there is also a special a special alloy that can be derived, but that's super secret.
So I guess see if you can detect the ore.
Yeah, so you want to look for adamant?
Yeah, I will try.
All right, there's none within 30 feet.
Yeah, so But good to know the range.
All right.
You just get your companions to be further away from you. Do it.
I mean, it still did indicate if there was some on the walls. It just indicated that the strongest sources were on the companions.
Now I'm interested to know if it was native or like tree just like an alloy or not.
So shall we keep moving?
I mean, at Solas, do you want to look for anything else in that niche?
No. Nothing else comes to mind.
Okay, just a second before you move out of there. Let me check something real fast.
Oh. Checking if we dissolve.
Go back in there for a second, because there was something that I forgot. It does indicate that there's something not right on the surface of the wall, but deeper in this wall area, deeper in this direction, like that direction. There is some silver and other minerals that way. Not a great source. Your companions are still a much bigger source of it, but you're detecting something that way from your current position.
I will check the wall more.
It might just be ore in the floor.
Yeah, well, I will check if there is anything concealed or secret in the wall, and not, then I think it's most likely ore.
It's one thing that it's specifically indicating is silver. Like when you run through the different types, it does trigger on silver, also iron. You do not find anything unusual with the wall. It seems pretty solid.
I know I'm not there, but this is more of a question to the GM. Can he name a ore type?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can detect the ores.
Yeah, because some ores are multiple.
Right, but if you look for iron, it will indicate the ores as well.
Well, I do mention the rest of the group that there is some silver ore, it seems.
But also had copper as well.
Well, specifically, this is specifically silver. That way.
So we could potentially mine some out of this wall.
Yeah, but I mean, again, your companions still have more silver than that on them.
Yeah.
And none of us have mining proficiency except for Audra.
Right. She could give an estimate when back together.
And also, isn't this more the Lizardman property right now?
Not really.
Well, I mean, they're living here.
Yeah, but they haven't really claimed these lower floors.
We were sort of expecting to negotiate share the treasure with them.
No, it's something to discuss with them.
Yeah.
At that point. All right, Lafdul, where do you want to take a look at next?
Oh, I'm probably gonna go back this. Hang on. No. Not.
You're gonna look down there, or
No,
you...
I'm going up.
Okay, you're
Wait,
going
is
up.
this?
Where you going?
No, wasn't that a? Oh. All right, yeah, then I'm looking here.
Okay. All right. You do not find much in there, other than some bits of rotting flesh on the ground.
Where have you gone?
I can
Good,
drag.
that's the wall.
Wandering around.
You're up there. They're up there.
There you are.
We're switching back to Solas, so we got carrying
Yep.
on. Mobile.
I mean, you can go find the next place that you want to search while I'm handling Solas.
All right, we'll do that.
All right,
I mean,
Solas.
that's what I have been doing.
All right, you're
So-
gonna.
I will quickly check.
Okay.
This is something that has something hidden, or if it's just a small ore vein that has been mined out.
Yeah, you don't find anything of note in there. You still do have the wand operating. You're not sure exactly how much longer it has. You haven't been keeping close track of that.
Well, I check the silver and copper and such.
Okay.
Isn't,
it is indicating. Let me see. Give me a second.
Is Mithril? What's the knowledge behind Mithril in general?
I mean, what do you mean?
Do we know as a substance that is mined as a separate ore, or is it like a ore that's commonly found with other types of ore?
I mean, mithril is an ore. I mean, it's a natural substance in and of itself. It has
It's
to be
like-
alloyed with other things to make stuff out of it, like armor and weapons. But yeah, I mean, it's its own
Alright.
thing.
I wasn't sure if it was like found with silver or something.
I mean, it's like with silver. Silver has to be alloyed, has to be put on top of something else to be useful. Like a silver sword,
Right.
you need to put that on top of a steel sword.
Whether it's found with other things, you don't know.
Could ask for Roger. But yeah,
You
obviously this
could.
conversation
Yeah.
never really happened.
So you're detecting silver, the same amount of silver up in that direction.
Okay. What other metals I detect in that direction?
Metals, iron.
So iron and silver. Okay.
Alright. Lafdul, you
I think
are...
I lost track of Solas. Can you move me to him?
Sure. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Alright, so Lafdul, you're searching the dead fungal corpses?
Yeah, being careful
Braxon.
with how I'm doing it because I know how fungus spread.
Braxon, you
Does
were
this
saying?
the left all? Do you think we can find some baby mushrooms?
You want me to cultivate them?
I'm
They're
just thinking
mushrooms.
someone might want to buy them.
Yeah, but then there's a chance we might get like a huge fungal infection on our ship.
That's true.
Not worth the effort, the risk.
Collect poisons for a hobby.
What makes you say that? Lafdul looks nervously.
Keep going over and scraping things off.
That's how antidotes are made. And
Yeah,
poisons
well-
are made as well.
Don't you want a fungus collection as well?
Well, unless they show any obvious signs, and I am unaware of what they do.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you break out in a rash, then yeah, I'll be awfully curious.
I'll try to figure out which way.
Speaking of which,
off
since
then.
you were tight, you still feeling right? It's been some time. I check over where he was.
All right, give me a healing proficiency check.
Okay.
And this will be the second time if I fail it again.
If I turn into a giant mushroom, it's been nice knowing you.
I think that's my score. 1 beneath.
His arm seems okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a little bit of a rash, but it looks like it's going away.
Well, if he ends up turning into a mushroom, I can fix him.
I mean, if he's turned into a mushroom, I think it might be too late. If he hasn't turned into a mushroom, then you could probably do something about it.
If Braxon turns into a mushroom, Lever can do something about him because she's got the cooking proficiency.
That's true.
Wow.
I'm eating Braxon!
Why not? If he turns into a mushroom, then it's okay.
You're an adventurer. Where's your adventurous spirit, Ockar?
I'm not a culinary adventurer. I'm a monster slaying adventurer.
Ockar's got a flask of adventurous spirit.
Yeah, he goes down to the pub, he samples various brews. He's an adventurer.
Up here, you do not find anything of note. The whole area is covered in fungal growths, however.
Can I check the corpses where they grew out from?
I mean, they're basically completely... it's just bones at this point.
Bones. Yeah. Is there any metals on the floor or anything?
No. Nothing of note. I mean, there's some pieces of armor and weapons and stuff like that, but they're not in a recoverable condition.
Braxon in his heyday might have had a field trip over this. Alright, then I search this area down there or whatever.
Alright, let's go back to Solas first.
I'm basically checking these fish both.
Can I get can I get Braxon to start pressing button 6 in these various locations?
Yes. Let's see.
What's 6 do again?
It tells Braxon how deep he is underground. Whatever that means in an asteroid.
So yeah, that doesn't function. It doesn't tell you anything.
Oh. Okay.
You would
there
guess...
might be a minimum requirement.
Yeah, you would guess that this only works on a larger planetoid type situation. It also does not indicate magnetic north.
What other things can your staff do? It can drain life, it can detect magnetic north, and how deep. What was the other power it had other than weapon?
Poke people in the eyes.
No, it had another power, didn't it?
Maybe. Did you write it down?
It's a long ladder.
Yeah. It can drain life, has long ladder, it tells magnetic north. Didn't it have a fourth ability? What's your character sheet have? Meanwhile, Solas.
Alright, Solas, which one do you want to look down first?
That one.
So you going up there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. You do see some bits of bone in this mined out area. And at the back of the... all the way wedged back here, you find some melted armor just kind of melted into the back place and clearly sealing the remains of a figure in there. There's no real flesh remaining, and the bones are blackened and cracked.
Would it be reasonable to think that whoever died here was killed by fireball or something like that?
Something like that, perhaps.
Well, I will check if I can go through what the remains have.
Okay, you want to try to pull it out as much as you can?
Well, I ask Higgimus to pull it out.
All right.
Oh,
I mean, he has more strength.
No confidence in your own strength. Or maybe you do. All right,
maybe
so
he's just given up.
he grabs the remains of the metal armor that has been just kind of like melted into place, and with a heave, he
Smashes it.
pulls it out. It does kind of bend it and snap it, and sends a clattering of.
Is it permanently broken?
Well, I mean, it was melted in the first place, so.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't usable in any way.
What was it?
It sends a clattering of blackened bones to the floor, and there's a kind of a tinging sound as something iron hits the ground as well, and you do see something buried further in on the in there. Do you want Higgimus to pull that out as well?
I will check what I can see before anyone tries to pull it out.
I'm gonna check that iron thing that hit the ground.
Okay. Ockar, you retrieve that. It looks like an iron amulet with a symbol of a shield with a broken crossbow bolt on it.
Might be some holy symbol.
I'm gonna show this to Roger when we have a chance.
Okay.
There's one
And
of the
further in
temples above.
is it looks like the hilt of a sword.
Oh.
I'm going. I'll reach
Higgimus is in there if you're.
Well, I will say Higgimus to pull it out.
Okay.
I also cast detect magic.
Okay. Higgimus grasps it, and you do see that it is detecting magic. Pulling it out was wedged in there tightly, but the weapon looks pretty good. It's a short sword. The blade is still gleaming, has a slight bluish sheen to it, and the hilt is silver with a pair of garnets on the crossguard.
So, would it be reasonable to think that this was what my wand was detecting?
That would be reasonable. You can see some runes carved along the blade.
So
I will mention that the sword is magical. Do I detect any magic on the amulet?
No.
Okay. So then it's most likely just a holy symbol.
So it's got a gleaming blade and.
It doesn't help if 3 people try to do the same thing.
Oh, sorry.
Only 2.
No, there's 3 at the moment. All trying to type the same things.
All right. Well, it is detecting magic. Let's see. What level are you again? Priest?
I'm 6th level.
Sorry, what were you casting? Priest or?
It's the priest version.
Okay, priest version. Okay, you cannot determine the type of magic that it is radiating.
Okay.
Is that once per level? If you fail it.
Yeah, you can't determine anything new unless you go up a level.
Uh,
I mean, he might be able to. He'd have another chance by casting the wizard version, of course.
yeah, that's so weird.
But I would have to memorize it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'll probably memorize my magic next round.
All right.
Yeah, I say that short word was a good find.
Yeah, let's.
Do I find anything else there, like any coins or something like that?
No.
Right now, once we meet up with Roger, I'll show her this holy symbol. Maybe she'll recognize it.
Yeah, but let's continue.
It doesn't look like anything Norse religion-wise, does it?
No.
I would most likely think that it's dwarven.
It doesn't match anything Celtic either, I imagine.
No. Neither of you recognize it.
Yeah, let's show this to Roger when we have the chance.
Okay. I will go ahead and let you know right now that there is nothing else of interest that you found.
Okay.
In any more of
level?
in any more of the niches.
Okay. Then we'll meet up back with Lafdul and them back in the central chamber then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's move back to the central chamber.
Well, have I done exploring this little niche bit?
Yeah, none of you find anything else in any of the other niches.
Varadra, we found something.
I'm moving my token the short way, but in reality he does not cross the traps.
That's fine. Yeah, you can just have everyone can move their tokens back to the center, and I am fine assuming that you're not.
When we meet up, I'm gonna show the holy symbol to Varadra.
Okay. Give me a second.
You should be able to detect if something's a holy symbol, can't you?
We found this on.
No longer.
Well, actually, no. You had detect magic up. You would be able to know if it was a holy symbol.
The symbols don't radiate magic.
Holy symbols don't radiate magic all the.
No, but they got a different kind of emanation you can detect. Oh.
Not always, though.
Oh.
Especially if it's something that's been laying on the ground for decades or centuries.
Yeah.
We found this on a body that had been melted into a crevice.
Got a quick question, Ord.
Yeah.
This staircase that leads down.
Yeah.
Is there any way to block that?
No obvious way to do so right there. There aren't doors or something like that.
I would say same way to block it as Lizardman has been blocking the staircase to here.
So, does Varadra recognize the holy
hold on. Yeah, Braxon was just asking me something, so.
Sorry.
Yeah, the reason why I was asking is I was wondering if we could do the same thing the lizard men have done upstairs and allow them to move down a level. Mind you, we could just keep this level empty until...
We can just tell the lizardmen that we have cleared this level and they can come and block the...
apart from the full water.
Otherwise, we could just, Braxon, you could just place one of those frozen rocks there with mold.
No, that isn't a good idea to let the mold spread.
How about these?
What has the?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Just want to take care of what Braxon is asking me first.
So I don't know if James wanted to go. How about these chimneys that go down?
Again, there's no way here, built-in way to block them. You would need to create a way to block them.
So upstairs they made that, did they?
Or someone did. They had. They're just laying plates of metal across them up a level, and they had barriers on the doors on the stairs.
Yeah, they just put a sheet of metal on top of it.
Yeah.
On top of the.
But whether the lizardmen made it or it was already there, you don't know. You never asked.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
James was next, I think.
Yep.
Holy symbol.
Yeah, the holy symbol wasn't asked.
Yeah, Varadra looks at it and says, yeah, that is the symbol of Ladagwar, the deity of Duergar.
So found a short sword as well.
Should we ask that Duergar person if he knows about the short sword? Yeah. And the holy symbol.
Sure, we'll show it to him.
He looks at that and says, that was I knew the dwarf that owned those. He was a good stout warrior. I assume by you finding it means he's dead.
He was melted into a wall.
Deader than you.
He gives you a withering look there, Solas. And he then says, "The runes along the blade are Duergar. I don't imagine that she could read it." And then he says, "They read Targroth. Means cutter of the weavers."
Grass.
So spiders.
Any idea what kind of powers this blade had?
I do not.
Okay.
Well, if the name is anything to go by, it might be against spiders.
Like my sword is effective against reptiles.
Something like that.
Well, let's go.
But has the wall of ice melted?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
The wall of ice is gone, and you can see that the mold is slowly returning to its normal brown color. A lot of it is gray.
So it wasn't enough to kill it.
But it might be enough for us to quickly explore it while it's not deadly. Is it still too cold?
Yes, it absolutely would be still too cold in there.
Yeah, and going in there would instantly cause the mold that is active to
Regrow.
boom.
Sorry. Is Targroth a dwarven word?
It's a Duergar word.
Okay. Should we tell the people upstairs that we've cleared this now?
Wow. I won't say.
It's
still-
Braxon. Sorry, go on.
It's dangerous, but it's cleared of enemy.
Okay, I'll go up and tell them what's going on and about the glyphs, so that they know about it and about the
And
freezing
the
mold.
mold.
I mean, you could just tell them not to. There's no need to tell them to come. Like,
Oh, I want them to be able to secure the stairs going further down, so we could rest up here if needed.
Well, hang on, because we
We
could
rest
go
on a
upstairs and we can go upstairs and then come back through this level. One thing I was going to say, do you want me to go into that room and clear out all the rocks in case there's anything hidden underneath them?
there's no piles of rocks. They're just loose stones on the ground. Like, there's no pile of rocks in there.
Okay.
There's nothing that could be hidden under them, other than like a needle, a sewing needle kind of thing. They're not very big rocks. They're fist-sized at biggest.
Based on basically how tired or energetic we are and how sleepy and such, what time of day would we estimate it to be?
Mid to late afternoon.
Okay, so
I mean, you spend a lot of time searching through the.
Yeah.
I still think it's worth at least looking downstairs.
Yeah,
going back up.
Of course, but just make sure that we all know that we are not going to go more than just look basically the surrounding area of the staircase.
Yeah.
Unless we happen to run into combat right as we get to the bottom of the stairs.
I've just realised we're all chatting near these chimneys, and the sound's probably carrying downstairs.
There's a reason I moved near the staircase.
Yeah, so the sound can go down the staircase instead.
Yeah,
that's the staircase
it wouldn't be nearly as effective as the sound going down the chimneys.
But if we are not talking louder than average conversation voice, it's not going to carry that far.
We don't know.
They can hear that someone is upstairs, but
there's been screeching, there's been fighting. They probably know by now.
But not what we are speaking about.
So I think the staircase down is the other one.
Both of them go down.
Oh, both of them go down.
So do both go also up?
Yeah. As far as you can tell, it's a straight mirror. They appear to both go all the way down and all the way up in equal measures.
So, any wishes which one to take?
Well, hang on. Did when we came down from upstairs, one of them was blocked off, wasn't it?
Both of them were blocked off.
The lizard men blocked them off upstairs. None of them were blocked off down here, on this level.
Yeah.
But what I mean is that either of the staircase could be used to go up, and then we could tap on the door, or we have to. Oh, because I thought we came down this one.
We came down this one.
Yeah, I think Solas is right there.
Yes,
Because we fought the undead and the spores near the staircase, we came down and it was here.
Well, then we want to go down that one really carefully and look at the next floor.
Okay, so you want to go down rather than up?
I cast Cure Light Wounds on Ockar at this point.
Okay.
No, the lever definitely does not want to go down instead of up.
All right.
She wants to get her spells replenished.
Okay.
Wait. Also, do I regenerate the full health? It's been like an hour.
Yes, you've regenerated that by now.
How about this lever?
8 hit points.
Look, every time we say, oh, we can do this and so on, we get into lots of problems. So I'd rather we go upstairs and have a good night's sleep and replenish our spells and then go back down.
Do you have any spells?
It doesn't matter. Can we plan?
Yes.
I mean, all of us have used spells and have done stuff, and if you want our spellcasters to be effective, then we need to be able to replenish them. And Leva says she'd rather go and to replenish her spells now than stand downstairs and not have anything at all.
I have not used that much of my spells yet.
I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I was suggesting was not an actual clearance of the level. It's literally poke your head down. Do we see anything come back up?
Yeah.
Do we need to know if we need... Because obviously we need to...
What happens if we run straight into a group of enemies?
Lever, let him say what he wants to say, and then we can tell him he's wrong after that.
Yeah.
Necessary. So you're talking about reconnaissance. Would this just be you, or with one of us?
It would probably be better off if I just went by myself, because we're not looking to get into a fight. I mean, I did get the jump on those undead, and we were able to... those fungal creatures. I mean, I can make myself naturally invisible. I'm fairly quiet. I can at least get an idea of what's down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go into any open passageways or rooms or something that look like they might be glyphed, like they have been glyphs. I'm literally just looking to see if I can see anything, essentially. At least,
So, if you get caught, what happens then?
He can run.
It could happen. It could happen.
I can always... Yeah, there's always a chance I might get killed. There's nature of adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking that risk.
You feel slightly suicidal?
Not suicidal. It's a gamble.
Don't you remember him going into that castle on his own?
Okay, you do what you can't let. But remember last time when Voratra and Ockar wanted to go ahead and fight those enemies. Higgimus told us essentially to be reasonable, sensible.
Well,
you going downstairs alone.
Also,
backup may not be really sensible.
But he's been going around alone on this level for quite a while.
Okay.
At Higgimus's request to a certain extent too. So the only difference is that he has to traverse stairs now.
Okay, before you go, Lafdul, can we quickly agree on a hasty action plan?
Yeah.
Right, so if you get in trouble, there'll obviously be a noise. How long are we going to allow for you to be down there?
Sorry, repeat the question.
So you're going to go and scout the immediate area. How long do you think that will be?
I'm literally poking I'm not going to be like a minute. Literally poking my head down, seeing what's down there.
So,
It'd be more than a minute, but
It'd be more than a minute because you're going to be
5
careful.
minutes.
Right, so we'll leave it 10 minutes, and if you haven't come back in 10 minutes, we're going to assume you're in trouble, or if we hear a noise. And if you need help, I presume we'll have you'll either say help, we'll just all come down. And we've got 2 staircases we can come down as well.
The very immediate thing I'm going to do is go down the stairs, see if the immediate stairway is safe.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to come back up. If I don't see anything, obviously I'll report back. I'll describe what I've seen, and then we'll decide, based on what I have seen, whether or not it's worth investigating.
Sensible. Do you want to do the stairs, or do you want us to lower you down one of the chimneys?
The chimneys make a lot of noise. I'll go that.
Okay.
Also, the chimneys are more dangerous if he gets into trouble.
Well,
they're also not chimneys.
Mind,
they're also not chimneys.
They're chutes.
Do bear in mind there's 2 staircases here, so if they wanted to put traps on one of the staircases, it'd still be easy for them to go up and down the other staircase.
Mm-hmm.
This is something we've done in the past, and I don't know how comfortable you feel about it. What if I hold on to Dan? Because you've always got a mental link with him, don't you?
Yes.
You would know if he's in trouble, and then I'm in trouble. It's up to you.
Yes, but on the other hand, let's play it through. What would you expect us to do?
Well, you just get ready for combat. I'm going to come back up as soon as I can.
If Leva has practically no spells, what do you expect her to do, for example? As an example.
The rest of the party.
Okay.
Not the rest of the party can do stuff, even if you cannot.
I mean, but Leva also has a sling, Leva also has scrolls, Leva also has magic items.
There's also spellcraft checks. There's stuff you can do in combat other than throwing magic. I didn't want to come across as belittling. There's so many more things our characters can do than we're currently doing. We need to explore those options more. Anyway, I'm literally just going down the stairs and I'm coming back up. I am going to use my granted power to turn myself invisible.
Okay.
Okay. Leva sends the 10 down with you.
Alright, before I make myself invisible, then I'll tuck 10 in my backpack, I guess.
Okay. Okay. You are down. You should be down on the level. Yeah.
I cannot see. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
As I'm down here, do I hear anything? I'm literally not moving. I'm just listening.
All right. So you basically get to the landing, and then listen.
Yeah. Or I might just very, very quietly creep to the other part of the stairway.
All right. You don't hear much. I mean, just kind of normal echoing sounds of a cave that you'd kind of expect.
I'm particularly, and it's going to be extremely hard, but I'm trying to listen for breathing. Like undead. What, do undead breathe? They don't breathe.
No, they don't breathe.
Alright. Forget I said that.
Yeah, I would have thought we need to breathe.
Yeah, I realized.
As you were saying it, right? Yeah. No, you don't, you hear occasionally a drip of water. You'll hear maybe a creak of shifting stone.
The smell of death.
Must and rot. That's what you smell. And rock. A lot of rock. It's very heavily smelling like rock.
Just literally trying to be really, really careful.
Alright, so you're trying to move silently, correct?
Yeah, I'm being extraordinarily careful. I'm literally just poking my head around the corner. Literally right round that right by the stairway.
Okay, what's your score?
Idea. Move silently would be 45.
Okay. All right. So you've listened, and now you're peeking. Listening takes a round, by the way. So that's 1 minute.
Yeah. By the way, is that door straight ahead? Does that look damaged? Is it blocked? Is it expanded?
It's closed. Looking at it, give me a second.
What's the general condition of the door?
It's not in great condition.
Does it look like it has been opened, will open?
It doesn't look like it's been opened recently. You're not sure. You'd probably have to go up to the door to look at it to see if it could be opened.
Yeah, I'm just...
No, I understand. I'm just saying that you'd have to go up to it and look at it. Not try it, but look at it to see if it could be opened.
Alright. See, I creep around the corner. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I look at the other door. I'm being as careful as I can be.
I don't know. Just keep in mind that is very slow, so... the other door is in a similar condition. You'd have to get up to the door to see.
All right,
How many minutes? How many minutes is it downstairs?
It's been 2 minutes now.
Okay.
Can I'm trying to... Yeah. All right, and I don't see... Do I see anything down there?
No, just the stone walls. You can see that there is an opening here.
Yeah, I'd see that. Are there any light sources?
No, there are no light sources on this.
Everything's on infravision.
Yeah. There is light from further down the stairs.
Try to... Oh, this is a spiral that keeps going down and down and down.
Yeah.
All right, so I go back up level.
All right, so you're done?
I want to check the other stair from the other side. But I'm going up the stairs and down the stairs on the other side. I assume these are both stairways that both go up and down.
All right, so you come back up and let everyone know.
Yeah, I'm
you
just
didn't see
trying
anything
out the
in
other
your...
stair.
Okay.
I listen first.
You're gonna listen again? Nope, you don't hear anything different than you heard last time.
First. It's so hard to, like, inch.
Well, if you hold down Alt, you can use the arrow keys.
Yeah, I am, but it's pinging every time you do it a bit more. If you miss it. Yeah, I don't see anything else down there.
I mean, if you hold down Alt and use the arrow keys...
Oh.
You don't need to drag your token.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't see anything down there.
Nothing unusual, nothing standing out to you.
Alright, then I go back upstairs. Keeping to what I said. So.
Okay. That was less than 5 minutes in total.
Alright, then, yeah, I report back that there is a similar, almost the same layout as what we've got here, whereas you've got, like, the square, how do I describe it? It's like this. You've got like a walkway around. I didn't see this part, but it looks like it's like exactly the same as what we got on this level. There is a doorway like up here where this passageway is down below. There's also another one in the same position. Obviously, I'm not setting off.
Yeah, I get it.
And there is a passageway going up in the middle. That's like a way to walk. Down either side of either staircase is a straight passage down, and they look like they split off left and right at the bottom of either side. That's what I saw. It looks safe, but obviously I've not been checking traps or anything.
But the key being that you didn't see anything, like, ready to attack.
Immediately.
That Higgimus would like kind of ask you. You didn't see any creatures, monsters, undead, that kind of thing ready to attack.
No.
Okay.
There's nothing immediately down there, but I was also being quiet.
Varadra says, "So no undead?"
I didn't see any undead. I mean, doesn't mean there aren't. Yeah, I didn't see any.
Hopefully we'll find some.
Well, there's a big bad undead, hopefully, and you can introduce to your hammer.
I
Something to
could
look
also
forward to.
introduce my hammer to Drengorn.
He's not caused any harm. He's been rather helpful.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
So we go and rest and
Solas
re-prepare
would be
spells.
okay to go and have a short recon for the stairway area.
I could have a
As a
look at
whole
the
group.
doors and see if they're trapped. I'm invisible, so... Actually, does that hinder my ability to...
No.
Alright.
Because it doesn't say it does.
Alright, yeah. No, that's what I want to do. I just want to go downstairs. I want to look at each door to see if they're locked and to see if they're trapped.
Well, he's managed to get in and out of a fortress before. Can you draw us a rough map of what you've explored so far?
I mean, he kind of did.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like the same. It's literally almost the same.
Basically,
level.
I'll let me.
There's a passageway up there.
Basically, there's a door here and a door here instead of these passages, and the passageway, a corridor leads away from here.
And there's like passageways down here that go left and right.
And this is where our new friend said they could quickly get to the weapon platforms.
He would speak up and say, "Yes, the main passageway up the top, towards the bow, that leads to the forward eye platforms. I wasn't stationed there when the attack happened."
What was the last emplacement they had there?
I mean,
Did it have a catapult or something?
there were multiple weapons.
Yeah.
Do you actually want to know what specifically was?
Yeah, I was just curious, that was all. It's nothing important. Don't worry about it.
He tells you that there were, each of the eye platforms had 2 catapults and 1 ballista.
So if we do go down and explore a bit more, we've got 4 different passageways for people to come at us from.
5.
And 5.
I'm not saying that we need to explore the passageways, but
4, 5.
basically get the layout more clear to whole party, as in we've witnessed it ourselves.
If you guys see that floor, can you use scrying spells to look at it?
Only the bits that I have actually visited.
I don't know, yeah.
It also depends on which spells they're using.
Yeah.
Is anyone objecting if I go down a level just to look at the doors?
Down 2 levels.
No, just one down, one level.
Seems okay to me. How long are you going to take?
I mean, it could...
Well, it takes 10 minutes per door to check for traps.
Yeah, I'm going to do one door. I'll come back up. You know, I'll say I've checked the door, then I'll come back the other staircase, do the other door, then come back up again. Give me 10 minutes on the first door, I'll come back. Maybe, it might be quicker.
I'm not saying this to rush you, just want to know how
Yeah, that's fine.
long before you're overdue when we have to come down and look for you.
Shouldn't be longer than 10 minutes for the first door.
And the other thing is there maybe a way you can signal us without making a noise so that you don't have to keep coming up?
Can you think of a way that he could signal you without making a noise?
Can we get a
Could
string
send
down the
Tayan up.
staircase?
He could send Tayan up.
Yeah, I guess I could, but yeah. No, that works. I guess.
Well, if he sends Tayan up, Tayan becomes visible.
Out of curiosity, if I get stunned, does Tayan get stunned?
If you cross a glyph of warding again?
Yeah, if he's technically in full cover, if he's in the backpack.
He would probably also get paralyzed.
Would he get any cover bonus to his damage he takes?
Well, it probably wouldn't take damage.
Oh, alright.
I mean, it depends a lot on the glyph of warding in question.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you want to go down and take a look at those doors?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Hopefully my first step doesn't set off a trap.
Alright.
I mean, there have been traps everywhere. Alright, step here. What happens?
Nothing.
Alright, that's good. Alright, I have a look at the door.
Okay.
I also look behind me before I do this. And to the side.
Yeah, I mean, you can see.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, so you're checking for traps.
Hang on. I go to about here. And I look around the corner also. Oh. I see that. They see me. I see 2 skeletons at the end. Oh, wait, one's coming towards me. Alright, I'm back up. Is it coming towards me still? I can't. Yeah, alright, I go up the stairs. I'm being quiet. I go up the steps. Go.
There you go.
Alright, I say I did speak a couple of sentries. They're just scouting. I don't think they saw me. They're just a couple of skeletons. They might come up the stairs.
Okay, then we should rest and then come down there and blast them.
Guard the stairs for a couple of minutes.
Okay, I'm going to draw my axe as I keep an eye on
Someone
the
take
stairs.
one stair. I take the other stair.
Well, if they are only skeletons, we can just
I'll
turn
take
them.
these stairs, you take the other stairs, and I'll keep an eye.
They were
I'll
just
have my axe
sentries. They
drawn.
were just a couple of skeletons. They did look like skeletons, and then they had sword skeletons. They didn't like any particular skeleton.
Give me an intelligence check.
Did they have fire in them? In other words,
They did not have fire in them.
Also, the ones that
Intelligence.
had fire in them were giant skeletons.
I don't know what skeleton were. Is that? I don't. I have 13's my skull.
So they were about dwarven height, so 4-ish feet, give or take a few inches. But you notice that something odd. They had weapons, but you noticed one of them. You swear you saw at least 3 short swords. The other one was wheeled. The other one you didn't get a good enough look at.
3 shorts.
You're positive you saw at least 3 short swords. As soon as you saw them, you were kind of like, "I'm out of here." So you only got like a glance, and it was with infravision. And
Yeah,
they were cold,
necromancers do funny things to the dead, so wouldn't put it past them to augment one of the dead. Hold
4 on
multiple
12.
weapons. Yeah, I mean, do we hear anything coming up the stairs? Is we're guarding it?
Let's see. You do not. It seems pretty quiet. You're mostly just hearing, your own breathing and creaking of armor and stuff like that.
No, but I know what I'm specifically looking. Sounds of like bone on.
I understand that's what you're hearing, though.
Right.
I mean, keep in mind that there is, like, the space between the levels is not just a couple of feet. You're going down like at least 10 feet in between each level, so of solid stone.
Hey, Solas,
Mm-hmm.
if you like drop a rock down. There's
Plenty
Just
of
a rock.
rocks around if you want to do that.
Yeah, there's plenty of rocks.
I mean, we might be able to layer up a couple of centuries and just slay them.
I mean,
or should
there's
we-
plenty of rocks to pick up where you're standing.
I mean, if we can lure them up here, that's an easy fight.
Yeah.
Ness, is anyone objecting? Levo, are you objecting to this?
I'm sorry, I was distracted.
I found a couple. Have you heard like the last more or less conversation that's been happening for the last couple of minutes?
I certainly missed the last few sentences, if that's what you're asking.
Basically, there's some skeleton sentries that I
know.
spotted.
And they have three. They seem to have 3 short swords. I heard as well.
They're modified skeletons. They don't look like regular skeletons, or at least one of them was. So.
But they have no flame, right?
No, they're not the flamey types. They just look like some kind of sentry warrior fighter types. They had weapons, so I assume they swing sword.
Yeah, but he wanted to toss a stone down to see if they'd come up.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, because
we don't have two.
People have used their abilities to turn undead and stuff.
Have you turned undead?
No, it's been long enough.
Not on this encounter.
I'm just thinking, it's one thing to be scouting, and it's another thing to be possibly alerting people that will go and alert other monsters on the same floor.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened in this floor? We got one, and the whole floor was alerted and came to meet us. So if the same thing happens downstairs, then we're not up for 2 skeletons, but for the whole floor. Are you up for that?
I can't imagine.
Yeah, but could you do it this side on this floor?
Let me ask an alternative question. These skeletons you saw, right? Is there anything else you can see in different directions that doesn't involve try and attempt those skeletons up here? So you went down before and you had a look around. Is there anything else useful you can do down there that doesn't involve pulling those skeletons up to this floor?
I could scout it the other way, but I mean, now that I know there's some kind of hostile entity down there, I don't want to risk the party.
So why do you want to get the 2 skeletons upstairs? What's the point of it?
Because they happen to be coming towards us anyway, and I thought while they're scouting and investigating, just put down some stats. What's the skeleton going to think?
Hang on.
A couple of steps.
What do you do?
Hold on. His idea, whether it is a good one or a bad one, whether this is accurate or not, is to draw, hopefully, just the 2 up here to be dispatched easily. That's his idea.
I'm not saying he should or shouldn't. I'm just asking him questions. I'm saying, what do you do if there's another 20 behind them?
Okay, well here's an idea. You're talking about tempting them up here. Do you think they're likely to come up here anyway?
That's what the stone was for. I think they're just sentries that were on that weapons platform that Drangorn mentioned. And they were just on sentry. They heard a noise. They must have heard me. They went to investigate me. They didn't see me because I was invisible. You can't see invisible, that's for certain. Otherwise they come up the stairs.
You listening on the stairs in case they're already coming up?
Yeah, I said I was doing this before anything.
Yeah, we're already standing here.
Well, there's 2 staircases.
Yeah, the skeletons have not come up the staircase there.
Okay, well, staircase is a confined space. If they turn out to be more powerful, then we've got to hold them off while we retreat upstairs. 2 skeletons doesn't seem too bad. How is everyone else for resources?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good at something. Literally, I can fight for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got healing magic, got all my potions.
So
I've got,
we don't want to interrogate these, we're just going to destroy them.
Yeah, they're just a couple of sentries. I was just thinking of picking them off, and then they're just dealt. We don't have to worry about using magic on them tomorrow.
But you still haven't answered the question. What do you do if there are more behind them? What do you do if you're overwhelmed?
That's like the $1 million question. What do you do when you open a door? You deal with it as it comes.
Okay, hang on. Let's frame this question another way. If you throw a stone to try to get them to follow you up the stairs, would we be able to tell if more than 2 of you came up the stairs? Because that gives us an answer. So we've got 2 staircases here. We can tempt them up one staircase.
It's better to guard both.
We could retreat up the other staircase.
Let me put it this way real fast. You might not be able to tell if 3 are coming up instead of 2 from the sounds. You would probably be able to tell if 20 were coming up instead of 2.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in that sound.
So we can agree that if the plan makes a noise of 20 or 30 of them all trying to come up the stairs, we can retreat upstairs, get past the lizardmen and seal the doors up. And that if 2 come up, we can try to deal with the 2 and get rid of them. How does that sound?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still good to fight.
Yeah, I'm still good.
So the question still remains: throw the stone or not throw the stone?
I'm okay with that plan.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I want to see if I can learn them. And let's lynch it. I say, I'm going to throw the stone. Are you stopping me?
Braxon, Ockar, Leva, are either of you stopping him, or are you going to let him do it?
Which stone are you throwing it down? Which staircase are you throwing
I'm just
it down?
throwing a stone down there. You can throw one down your end if you want.
No, that's
you
fine.
want to do this?
Just roll it.
Roll it down. Why? I have a question. Why do we want to throw the stone down in the first place? Can't we just go back and rest and then come back fully prepared?
It's
He is looking at it.
Kind of in the herd.
Right, well, this was the whole question, Ockar. So it seems like 2 of you are for having a rest. Who's for carrying on?
Well, not to carry on, just to dispatch these 2. That's
Just
literally
to get rid
it.
of 2.
Yes, basically thin the herd before we go to rest.
Yeah.
Solas and Lafdul are basically both saying they're good enough to do more stuff.
Yeah.
They have spells,
More
they have
stuff,
hit
but I'm
points,
worried about
they
Leva.
have their weapons. So it's a question of, are you willing to take this risk that this is just going to bring up the 2? That you can take them out and it'll be good to go, and then you can go rest, and then you won't have to deal with them next time? Or do you not want to do that? I mean,
right.
I would say right now there's 5 people, majority rules. We've got 2 in favor of doing this, and 1 that I would say, Leva, you're pretty clearly against it.
Okay, Braxon break the stalemate and say, sorry.
Ockar, are you for it or against it?
Go for it.
That's 3 in favor of it.
Right, okay. So Braxon says, right, so we throw a stone, and if lots of them come up, we retreat upstairs.
Yeah.
And if 2 of them come up, we're going to get rid of them.
Hang on. You say retreat upstairs. They're kind of going to be in the stairway. Unless we're actively blocking the stairway, we have to be in the stair.
It's a spiral staircase.
We've got 2 staircases. So if they come up one staircase, we can go up the other.
But what if they come up both?
If they come up both, then someone will have to fight them while the others retreat up. And then try and block the door.
I also think that no more than 1 skeleton can come up the staircase at most, that we can just fight them 2-3 of us versus 1 skeleton at a time. They can't push past each other, there's not enough room.
If that's the case, then 1 can come up each staircase at a time.
Just hack them down 1 at a time.
Yep. Okay.
And one skeleton is not a big threat.
If they're normal skeletons, yes.
I mean,
Okay,
we got Ockar on either side. They can both try turning them.
Let's do it. If we hear a lot of noise, we're retreating upstairs.
Okay, so Lafdul, you toss a stone, cause it to bounce down the stairs, correct?
Yeah, I try and synchronize it with Braxon. You do one, I'll do one.
Braxon, were you going to do that?
Doing one.
Yeah, okay, so it's just one stair. It's just down one staircase.
He just wants to defend the other staircase in case they come up it.
Okay. So, Braxon, pardon me, Lafdul, you toss it down, cause it to bounce as much as possible. You know, not make a whole lot of noise, but make noise that anyone right there at the bottom could hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So it clatters down the stairs, and you wait.
Mm-hmm.
And you wait. Nothing seems to happen.
And they probably went back to their route because we took too long. Oh well, we missed the opportunity, that's all.
Okay,
Or
so
maybe they...
I mean, it's been like 3 minutes since you tossed it down now. You guys are already, ready to fight, and nothing happens. You wait and wait and wait, and 3 minutes pass, and then I kind of look at each other. What do you want to do now?
Oh, nothing's happening. We should just go.
Yeah, let's go upstairs then.
Yeah.
Well, before we go upstairs, just so that its memorization isn't in waste, I will try to dispel one of those clips of warding.
Okay.
Didn't we all fail?
Well, if I fail, I fail. It's only
Oh
one
no,
spell.
I thought we all failed. No, I failed the discernment and I cast my spell. I don't know what the rest of you did.
I haven't cast my dispel magic this time yet.
All right.
Oh, that one.
And it's this one if it's going to be dispelled.
All right. You won't know until someone tries to cross it.
Can I search traps?
Last time I did get information about the failure.
You had detect magic.
No, I didn't have at that moment.
You had detect traps. Yeah, you knew that it didn't work because you had detect traps up at the same time.
Okay.
And you don't have that.
I'll have to go check if it's there.
Could I check or not?
You can, but the problem is that, like, you won't know if you, like, if I roll a failure, you won't know if you failed or if it was dispelled, kind of thing.
You could check it the same way as before. We don't need to go through those things. Yeah. What? You've tried dispelling it.
Well, I'm gonna have detect magic because we got a magical short sword. I need to figure out what school of magic that short sword is anyway. So while I'm detecting that item, I can also see if that was dispelled the next.
You have dispel magic memorized? I mean, detect magic memorized?
No, I'm saying I'm doing this tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a trip.
Well, hang on, because we got the rest of the asteroid to empty out. Do we need to go through these doorways?
I think the idea is that you don't want someone to accidentally walk through it and then get blasted.
Yeah.
We can mark them all off with lines, do not cross lines for us, and tell the lizard men not to come down here yet. And then nobody touches this level except us.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
And then if we go down 2 levels and you come back up and you've still got dispel magic available, you can use it to get rid of one. Or whatever stuff you've got, whatever resources you've got that are left over, you can use those to attack it. Otherwise, when we clear the whole asteroid out, you'll have plenty of time to deal with them. So unless you think it's necessary for us to have a retreat option, we don't need to get rid of them yet.
Retreat options are always good.
Yeah, I mean, retreat options would be good.
I'm not saying, like, I'm not discouraging Lafdul from searching for traps. I'm just saying that you won't know, like, if you won't know the difference between a dispel and a failed roll, kind of thing. Like, if the dispel worked and you don't find a trap there, you won't know whether it's because it's been dispelled or because you failed your roll. That's what I mean.
because the glyph's invisible.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the surefire way is to have someone walk over there.
Yeah.
Hey, Solas, how many healing spells do you still have?
Quite many. I have 3 cure moderate wounds.
All right, Higgimus has gotten tired of you guys
Wait.
testing it. Nothing happens.
I will have lent him my shield because it tends to ward against.
Oh, too late. He got tired. He got tired of you guys.
You got impatient.
I did, yes, because it's time to end the game.
I would have.
It's time to end the session.
I would have just, I would have just handed him the shield.
It's fine.
No, but no.
Nothing happened when he walked over there.
So that marking can be removed.
Let's go upstairs now.
Okay. All right, so you all head back up to the first level. Head back to your ship, and let's do experience points. All right, let's see. That is going to be.
Still think we should have taken it earlier than Europe. I'm just like, why doesn't he want to come with us? We'll give him an armed bloody escort.
He's bloody well scared and not accustomed to people being
I know.
You haven't unlocked the achievement yet.
I mean, if it's making you suspicious, play it as if. I mean, if you feel that that's making Lafdul suspicious, play it that way.
Maybe I should cast inverted ethics on him. So, I'm not scared. I got.
Look, just cast detect magic on him and see if he's got an exclamation mark or a question mark floating over his head.
What?
It's a thing from World of Warcraft.
Ah.
It's depending on whether people have got quests for you.
Did you actually play World of Warcraft?
Old. Yeah.
No,
old.
No, I the only one that I've ever played is Ultima Online. That's the only MMO that I've ever played.
No,
I played Muds, but
no, you didn't.
You could be doing a multiplayer AuldDragon guild game where all of Discord goes with you and fights stuff.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, but someone's going to vote for it now in the next vote.
Okay, so experience points are going to be 300 experience points for everyone.
Dun, dun, dun.
An extra 50 for Lafdul and Braxon.
Which
and
class?
Both. It's just general. And an extra... which Dispel Magic was that? Wizard or Priest? Solas?
Priest.
Alright. 50 extra experience points for that. For your Priest class.
Damn, you clearly don't want me to go level up yet.
That close?
How close are you?
If you had given me 200 points for each class, I would have gone level up.
Oh, you like 25 short?
No, I'm 70 short, but 200 points would have been enough since I have the plus 10%.
So in other words, an extra 100 points right now divided between the two would be enough?
Yeah.
All right, everyone gets an extra 100 points.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm happy with this.
Yep.
Yeah, so am I.
Free XP.
Yep.
It's just enough to get me to level up.
And that's I decided I'd teased you enough. Some of it has been intentional, some of it has not been. Some of it has just worked out that way. But this time, I decided let's just do it. So, do you want to roll for your hit points, or do you want to take?
Of course, I'm going to be rolling for my hit points.
Okay, this is Wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll those 1d4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what he rolls.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what he rolls before I do make.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
3.
Beat the average.
It's better than
it
average.
would have been, if I had just taken it, would have been 2.
Yep.
It's more fun to play the odds. It's just how your character naturally evolves.
It's even fun when you get a low roll.
You only get new spells.
Third level spell slot.
You get a third level spell slot. You had a third level spell slot before, right?
Yeah, I get my second
level
one.
6.
All right, so you don't get a new a spell. You get a new spell when you go up.
Yeah.
Gain a new spell slot. All right.
Yeah.
But
So what level are you now, Solas?
6 and 6.
Bad. Only 2 levels below Braxon.
He's 2 levels below most of us. I think the only person who's 9th level in the party is Leva.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Well, that has been fun. When we come back next time, we'll see what the party what Lafdul has seen down there on that second mining level, and whether it will just completely eviscerate the party. I'm hoping for the latter.
You don't have to. Oh no, you moved us up a level.
Yeah,
So
of
we
course I
could
did. Well, actually,
Yeah,
I mean,
but really
do you want me to leave you on the first level of the mine so you can wander your tokens around or not? I'll do so.
Yeah, we've already cleared it.
Yeah.
There's no more to this.
But you see, this is where you could take us off and make us think that we haven't cleared it.
I kind of told you. I mean, you've been through all the little cubbies and searched them, and I just said...
Actually, did we explore this room, by the way?
Yes.
Did we?
Yeah, you can get in there. There was nothing in there.
Oh.
I mean, there was,
Right.
like, ruins of it. It was like a mess hall or something.
Right.
All right.
There was one room that someone explored and didn't tell Braxon there was a bed in there.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
Plus a broken bed.
Yeah, I know, but at some point he will go back and go, "Oh my God, there's a bed!"
Well,
look underneath it.
The two rooms to the sides have a lot of bunks. You know, ruined, wrecked bunks. But they're bunks. They don't, like... It's pretty open under them when they're in good condition. Anyway, thank you guys for playing, and we'll be back next week with more Adventures in Arcane Space. See you then, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
The game.
For having.